Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Near Protocol's price chart. And sure, there might be some bullish signs in here, but I want to tell you that we should be probably just a bit careful, because in the short term we should still consider the possibility of having yet another move down. But before we get into all that, let's go on some higher time frames. Okay, so in Near Protocol, in the previous video, we said there is actually a good argument to be made for this whole move on the upside, starting from this point about $1.8 to be hopefully a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure. I said there's a very good chance that we haven't completed it yet, so we can argue soon in here we're gonna have hopefully another move up in order to reach to where, reach to about this important area of resistance between, let's say, 3.4 to about 3.6, $3.7. And I still believe that scenario is happening. However, in the short term, are we going to get a move up starting from the current point? You see, they say never, so I'm going to argue, yes, it is possible for us to have a massive move up from the current point, maybe like a 20-25% in the next 48 hours. However, it's not really going to be my base case. Now, if you want to say, okay, we are actually going to have a move up from here, then okay, here is your best shot at finding a 5 wave. You can say maybe this is 1, this is 2, and right now we are having, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, another move up into wave 5, which on a higher degree is going to be into a wave 3, correction for 4, and yet another move up into wave 5. So by the time that this video goes out, if you see a decent move up from here, okay, you know what, that can be an optimistic sign, sort of kind of confirming this scenario. However, I really have a problem with this possibility. Why is that? Let's just go around here. You see, if you want to say that we're gonna have our final bottom around here, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, off of the lowest low, then you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. Now, here's a very important point about this 5 wave. Wave 3, under any kind of circumstances and in any kind of 5 wave, is simply not allowed to be the smallest wave. And let's go on the live chart. Maybe it's best to go on another chart that has better looking candlesticks. Let's say this one. There we go. Okay, so question, where is our lowest low? It's actually right down here about $2.50. And are you going to say this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave? Because I think that is pretty much your best shot at finding a 5 wave. Well, you see, there's actually a slight problem with this candle. Let's go on like 5-minute time frame now. Let's measure the length of our wave 3 and compare it to the other waves. Okay, so is it smaller than our supposedly wave 5? Absolutely. Is it also smaller than wave 1? As you can see, actually by a decent margin, the answer is yes. So this structure, which was pretty much our best shot at finding a 5 wave off of the lowest low, is not allowed due to wave 3 being the smallest wave. And well, what does that mean? It means there's a very good chance that any kind of move up in your protocol in the short term is just going to be a correction structure. And what are we going to have next? Two scenarios. Either we are going to have, some more chopping around, something like this, or maybe we're gonna have like another move up in the short term, but then a move down in order to either get very close to this low or maybe even take it, and then we are going to have yet another move on the upside. Now, why am I right now considering the chopping around scenario as one likely possibility? Because let's go back on our own chart. I think, yep, it was from Binance. Okay, if this count is in play and starting from the lowest low down here, we are having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now we are on our way to have a correction structure into wave 4. Well, okay, let me ask you this: what is a likely pattern for our wave 4? You know the answer, an A, B, C, D, E, which in terms of Elliott waves we call it a triangle, and in terms of the sub waves, basically you need to have ABCs for every single wave. ABC down into C, ABC up into D, and another move down into our E leg. And if I just go on the live chart, I think we can have ABC down into A to about this point, followed by ABC up into B, ABC down into C, ABC up into D, and another move down into our E leg, which will translate to what? You know what? Some more chopping around in your protocol. The point that I'm trying to make is this: we can have 3 different counts in here. Scenario number 1 suggests that we're going to get a move up effective immediately, let's say in the next 24 to about 48 hours, and in it we are going to take the highest high for the first target about $3.1, and we're going to go a bit higher than that. Scenario number 2 suggests that we are going to do some more chopping around in here. And another possibility suggests that instead we're going to get a move down and that we are going to take the low slope. Between these three counts, right now I'm telling you, the scenario indicating we're going to have a move up is actually going to have the least chance of playing out for the reasons that we talked about. I'm going to give the advantage to this count, suggesting we're going to have another move down in the short term. And then, okay, I guess the chopping around scenario can be in play. But again, the main point is that I think it's kind of not realistic to expect a move up from the current point to happen like 100%. I think we should probably expect some more corrective movements in near protocol, and then I'm hoping that if we see the right subwaves, we're gonna have a long position in here in hope that we get another move up into wave 5, and hopefully at that point even we are going to get a break of this level. But for now, let's not talk about these targets. Let's just take everything step by step and see where are we going to go from there. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in here, and until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.